Hi everybody, it's Honest John. It's kind of the weirdest thing. If you've watched the news lately, you've seen a bunch of conservative politicians and pundits getting up there and trying to convince you that torture is a good thing and that it's necessary for our national security. Now, this is simply a lie. And believe me, these people know it's a lie. As I've said in previous videos, if you haven't seen them, torture is not about getting useful intelligence or the truth. Torture is about getting people to lie. It's about making people say what you want them to say. So they resort to rhetorical tricks in defending torture. They say anybody that doesn't want to torture terrorists, they accuse them of coddling terrorists. And they're trying to convince us that torturing Khalid Sheikh Mohammed somehow gave us information that led to the killing of Osama bin Laden, even though real intelligence people have stated clearly and under oath that the only useful info we got from him was before they started torturing him. So what are these people up to? Well, what they're up to is this. They want to change America. They want to make America more like Syria. And if you don't believe it, you better stop and think for a minute. George Bush's warrantless wiretap program was illegal. It was criminal. It was clearly unconstitutional. So much so that Bush lied about it for quite a while at first. But then finally, when all the facts came out, what happened? Well, there was a Republican Congress. And obviously, they didn't impeach Bush or Cheney. What they did was they passed a law making his program legal. And that was a precedent that was set of taking away our rights. Because, let me tell you something. The legal wiretap program was very, very adequate as far as dealing with terrorism. Right? But they made a power grab and they got away with it. And now a precedent has been set that our rights can be taken away. And there's another precedent that's been set. Torture has been done. And the only people that were prosecuted for it were a few low-ranking soldiers. But the people who were really responsible, they got away with it. So even though Obama ended the Bush-Cheney torture program, what's to stop a future president from reviving it? That's the thing. Obama said he wanted to look to the future. He didn't want to revisit the past. But if he was really looking to the future, he would not have let this stand. It has to be clear to all of America that we do not tolerate this stuff. Bush, Cheney, Rumsfeld, the lawyers, and everybody else involved must be punished. This has to be done in order to ensure that America continues to be America. Because if you can make an exception for suspected terrorists, you can make an exception for suspected murderers, or rapists, or anyone else you want. You can make an exception for suspected litterers. And don't think that the Constitution is going to protect you from that. The Constitution doesn't protect us. We have to protect the Constitution. Thanks for listening.